It's one of the most important conversations you'll ever have. And maybe one of the hardest. Talking to your parent about moving into a senior living community touches more than just logistics. It reaches into emotions, memories, and a sense of identity. But done with care, it can also open the door to safety, connection, and a richer chapter of life. Maybe you've noticed signs, subtle changes in your parents' routine, missed meals, forgotten medications, fewer outings with friends. These moments aren't always cause for alarm, but they are cues. Cues to start a conversation, not out of fear, but out of love. The best time to talk about senior living is before you have to. When a crisis happens, decisions get rushed, emotions run high. But early conversations let your parent be a partner in the process, empowered, not overwhelmed.
Some of the common fears that residents have, I believe the number one would be the fear of losing their independence, losing their ability to make choices of how they want to live day to day. Most residents are coming from homes that they've lived in for the last so many decades. I think the discussions need to start well in advance. Even at 60, 65, to start having those conversations with your loved ones to say, this is what I want. And if this and this happens to me, this is what I would like to have happen, so that everyone's on the same page. Eventually, as you're getting used to having those conversations, mom will be honest with her wishes. And then when it comes to the time, you have years of having some type of discussions about it. So the guilt and all that doesn't end up being the end result. There's open houses. I could start connecting with the community. I can go to senior center, take my mom and see how she reacts to that and what her insight is. Again, it would have to be my mom saying, yes, I'm wanting to do this. Maybe do a respite for a week or so in an assisted living if that was possible. People do have their own biases of what senior care is, and people will be surprised at actually what it is. It'll increase your socialization. Food is prepared for you. You have a beautiful room that you get to live in, and you've got the supports always available to you if you're requiring it or if you're wanting it.
The goal isn't a decision, it's a dialogue. Try something simple like, Mom, you've taken care of so much for so long. Now, can we talk about what would make things easier or just more enjoyable for you? When it's time to talk, start with empathy. Your parent may be feeling vulnerable, even scared. This conversation might stir up grief, pride, or fear of losing independence. So ask open-ended questions and listen, really listen. Tell me about a typical day. You may be surprised by their honesty when given the space to speak. For many seniors, senior living sounds like an ending, but more often, it's a beginning. A chance to trade isolation for community, housework for freedom, worry for peace of mind. Help your parents see what's possible, not just what's changing. Show them that this isn't about giving something up, it's about gaining something new. Decisions are easier when your parent is involved from the start. Tour communities together, ask questions, have lunch at a residence. Call us to attend an event or participate in an activity. Let them imagine themselves there and remind them they're still in control. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can share is your own heart. Dad, I love you. I want you to be safe, supported, and surrounded by people who care, whether I'm there or not. You've always been there for me. I want to be here for you too. Your words don't need to be perfect. They just need to be real. Remember, this conversation may take time, and that's okay. It's not about convincing them in a day. It's about planting a seed, nurturing trust, and walking the path together. The move into senior living is a big step, but for many, it becomes a step toward more joy, more friendship, and more freedom than they ever expected. When the time comes, we're here to help make the transition smooth and full of grace. Remember, This conversation doesn't have to be a one-time thing. It's a journey. And like all meaningful journeys, it takes time, patience, and love. Because no matter where your parent calls home, what matters most is that they're truly home, safe, supported, and surrounded by care. Let's start the conversation together. Download our free, easy-to-follow guide on how to talk to your parents about moving to a senior living community by scanning the QR code. You can also find a link in the description of this video.